Hello everyone, and welcome to a new series on the channel. And if by the world name you can't guess what it is, I will tell you. It is Divine Journey 2, which I have been hyping up in my head for ages, probably since the channel began. I've wanted to do this pack, and I'm terrified to do it in case I do it badly. So just know I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to do this correctly. Here is the seed I've put in, a Snock Expected Journey. I don't know why, I just thought it'd be fun to have a little seed for this one, and let's create the world. And here we are, loaded in. We are in a Mega Tiger. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Oh, that's the worst world terrain ever. That's fine. We've got spruce trees, and we have a bag of truth. You are a fallen angel that has one purpose in this world, finding the meaning of life. Fortunately, however, it's already in your inventory, locked up in a convenient bag, so there isn't too much to do, huh? Hold on, you seem to need a key to open the bag, a key to infinity, which is basically the goal of the pack. And then it just says some other things. So the key to infinity is this key right here, which is how you make it. You need infinity blocks, infinity ingots, which is a Thorncrafty thing. And yes, obviously we're not doing that right now, but we need to keep our little bag safe. Lovely stuff. So let's begin how we do in all mod packs and chop wood. Okay, have a bit of a base set up, and right now storage is a little bit of an issue. But to make a chest we need iron. To get iron we need a furnace to smelt it, and to make a furnace we need iron. So how do we do it? We are going to need a rough hammer, and with the rough hammer we are going to make 2 rough iron mesh. That was very expensive. Then I'm going to want 4 burning essence, which is dandelion, yellow and coal. Oh, I made 6. Whoops. And this is when I realised I don't actually have enough iron. I've literally played with rain sound effects off for so many years, I forgot that the rain made noise. It's quite nice. I probably will turn it off again though. Now we need to make a daring trip to some water for the next bit. I think I'll go this way. I saw a creeper in the other direction, and oh look, there's some water there. That'll probably do. Yes, so what we want to do is throw the rough iron mesh and the burning essence in, and there is our first iron. We're going to turn that straight into iron rods so that I can make myself a furnace. Oh, and if you're wondering, you can change all of these. Okay, maybe not chert, but grey, no. Andesite cobblestone will turn just back into normal cobblestone, same as most of the others. You can even put cobblestone in if you don't have enough. It works the same with gravel as well. Yes, this stuff I think is stone, which is nice. We technically have free stone, and a little bit more pricey than a normal furnace. There we go. A normal, well, a sort of normal furnace, and I mean, I'd rather double the iron ore, but I would like a chest, so I think there's plenty of ore. We will cook up a little bit to have to make myself some chests. And chests are made like so. It is not the best idea to live under a slime island, to be quite honest, but it's only temporary. A quick soiree into the land outside before it became night again, and we have the ability to make some grout, which I think is a quest. Good. I don't want to miss quests. We're making lots. Why? Because I like to make a big smeltery in this pack. I like to smelt most of my ores in it until we get a better option. I do realise I only have a singular furnace, so it might take a little bit of time. So maybe I'll do some mining to get some more cobblestone for it. A good thing about this pack, which I never realised all the other times I've played it, there's slash home, so we can go pretty deep into the cave without having to particularly worry about getting lost, which is always nice. There are a lot of caves in Divine Journey, I've always found. They normally get in the way of my mob farm. I've made a lot of pickaxes as well. I'm sure we won't have enough, but it's okay. There is Divine RPG in this mod pack, which means we get terribly evil sounding creatures. Oh god, there's loads. With lots of health. Who do lots of... Oh gosh, don't kill me already. Don't kill me already. Okay. I run away. I'm looking for a village to steal furnaces from, and I found something very intriguing to me. The biome, I think, don't quote me on this, that I would like to build into the craggy cliffs, which is great because it's actually really not very far away from the base. Oh, monster sounds. Is that a village? No. Whoa, what exploded? Okay, no idea what's going on, but yay, that is incredibly convenient, actually. And we found a little roots hut, which means you get a free copper helmet, a bed, which is always blue, and random goodies. Oh, iron. And random saplings. We will take most things, because who knows, they might come in handy. Cookies. Oh dear, my inventory's rather full now. And this building is what I like to call food. Thank you very much for your sacrifice, Mr. Farmer. I am rather hungry. Aha, a village, also a desert, so, you know, that sand's sorted out for the foreseeable future. And this is why I wanted to go to a village, for the absolute absurd amount of furnaces I can snatch. No, that's a redstone torch. There we go. And there might be other things, like an iron sword, and obsidian, and food. Goodness. I don't really have space for this. I can at least just put that on. Woo. Oh, now I have to make decisions. Birch, I don't want that. Also, villager trades don't work in DJ2. You can't trade with anyone, which means I can't be scammed by the shady villagers, which is never a bad thing. Oh, that one's got loads of furnaces in too. Woohoo. Someone really wants me to have lots of unstackable iron. Okay, we have returned, and we have a bunch of nice things and 17 furnaces. It was incredibly worth bothering with that so that I can cook up. Yeah, let's go with that. That doesn't look silly at all. Now we should be able to cook up our grout. How many is that? 9. And we need 8 more. Yay, now we can cook up the rest of our grout without issue. Yay, I love efficiency. I did actually go genuinely fairly far for that. Oh, I'm here. That's where we went. So we went whoop. So yeah, pretty far. I don't think grey whack was a very good luck pull for the stone type we've got in our base at the moment, because it takes so long to mine. I know I could vein mine, but I wanted to look neat and tidy. Yeah, this sucks. Oh, I got a free bucket of lava. That would have been useful before I made a bucket. Oh well, 2 buckets are good. I don't look at the quest rewards. They would have been useful, but I have made some stuff to make alumite tools, which is funny because we could sort of pretty much straight up get alumite stuff. I've made everything alumite this time. I thought, why not? Yeah, there were no issues because I had obsidian from not that one. Here we go. Apart from the mattock, I don't want an alumite mattock. I had obsidian from a chest, so I just thought, why not? And look, it's given me all these nice things to be able to automate the processing of stuff. I have also made myself some an alumite block, and I've got 3, and that will be revealed shortly. Oh, I'm stupid. I took all of this hay so I could turn it into wheat, and you have to crush it to do that. I don't have a crusher. I should have taken the wheat. And now we can just connect the timer up, it'll click, and then once we get iron, it'll come out automatically. I can't quite remember why, but we need 2 stacks of obsidian, which I mean isn't really a big issue with vein miner, but I just sort of forgot why that was actually even necessary, but we'll just vein mine this convenient lava lake out. I always put the water bucket in a little hole like that, so that when I mine the obsidian, I get most of it and I never go into the lava because the water moves faster than me. And we'll see in a second. This took longer than I expected. That's why I'm rambling. Here we go. It's the safest way I find to vein mine lava, and also just to mine it in general, but you know, who's mining it when you have vein miner? Yay, lapis for my pickaxe. Okay, I've been mining for a little while and we have enough diamonds to do what I want to do, which will just make my life so much easier, and I like to push for this nice and early because of that. So what we want to do is make treated leather, which is, I mean, it's a little fiddly right now, but it's not too difficult. I got some cactus as a reward. I do need to actually put some out to grow because I've only got 2 left. But there we go, treated leather, and now we have that, we should be able to make ourselves the epic backpack, which is truly epic. I mean, considering this, like, we literally just started pretty much and we've already got a giant backpack, so that will give me a lot of joy. I don't have to come back from my mining trip as quickly anymore. And our obsidian quest actually gets us ender lily seeds, which we can just place over here. Okay, apparently they only grow on dirt. I didn't know that. I'll put some dirt on the floor floor. That's probably the best way to do it. There we go. They'll grow very, very slowly without being on end stone, but that's pretty good for now. Time to put some of our obsidian to good use. Technically, we only needed 81, so we got a few to keep. I don't know where that spider was, but it's dead. And with a couple of copper blocks and an iron block on the obsidian, we can make ourselves the Totemic whittling knife, which should be our first chapter complete. I mean, it's not fully complete. We'll get to that at some point, but it is complete for now. And we get a Totemopedia thingy-mabob, which unlocks Totemic. And you know, before we get into Totemic and further on, I think we need a better base. A base that's perhaps outside with a bit more space for farms, which will come very, very soon. So I made this. And okay, it's not perfect, but I tried very hard and I used tiny tiles, so I think it looks cool. But yay, house. I'm quite pleased with it, actually. This is, again, our starter house. We can put the HUD back on now. Yeah, so this is our starter house. It's completely different. Well, I know, it's not completely different to what I'd normally build, but it's different in sort of the blocks. This is andesite, and oh, I forgot the door. Okay, it took me a while, but we do now finally have a door. Yay. It's not the most attractive door in the world. We'll be working on doors when we make the actual base, but look, it even works on its hinges. And look, it has collision. This is the coolest mod ever. I love it. Yeah, so I can make my own doors. I could also have made the windows open and close, but I didn't. They look a bit funny because they put these frames on them, but you can still sort of see the glass through it. I wonder if I could hammer that out. Who knows? But yeah, we've got cool little windows. They look quite 3D because there's frames on both of the sides and they're all framed. There's not that many windows. I've left the upstairs sort of inaccessible because it's ugly. But yay, base and doors. Cool. We'll move in. To start Totemic, we are going to need a totem pole, and I'm putting it here for now, though we can always make more. And I'm going to want a ocelot, 3 buffalo, and a bat. That looks a bit silly. I thought the ocelot would be smaller than the buffalo. Oh well. Ooh, okay. They give you different effects. So the buffaloes give me haste, so I can mine faster in the base. Maybe 2 would have been fine. The ocelot stops creepers exploding, which I just thought would be useful. And the bat does this thing. Whee! And if I click shift, I sort of get a very small bit of elytra flight. I also didn't get any fall damage. It's got a very limited range. I've never found these particularly useful, but there we go. And here's where I start thinking, wow, I really wish I'd grown those cactuses while I was building for ages, because then they might have grown. And I've only got 2, and I need them, so I think I'm going to have to make a quick trip to the desert before we can continue. That's an oddly square pond chunk error that filled up. Very strange. Totemic is all about doing rituals with music, and because of that we need to make ourselves a couple of drums. Woohoo, drums. I should probably leave these doors open. I've been hit in the face with them a couple of times already. Ta-da! And they go bum bum bum. You have to have 2 because there's like a cooldown, so you can't just whack them. Let's make ourselves a flute. Ah, beautiful. A jingle dress, which is made out of leaves, so beautiful. And if I remember the gold, which I think I've got some of, yes, I forgot it. I'm not very prepared. And we can make a totemic staff, which, from my experience, we'll probably never need. I decided the house wasn't spruced up enough, so I've spruced it up a little bit, and I like it a lot more. Woohoo, spruced. Now that's done, we need to do our first ritual, and that is to make red cedar saplings. And to do that, we need to flute, drum, and then we just need to sort of whack everything until the bar fills up. Ta-da! Now we have red cedar saplings. Lovely stuff. I think we probably need to grow them. I don't know. The rite of spring is meant to grow things. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. With 4 of my red cedar saplings, a little bit of bark from roots, we can make ourselves a nature's compass. Woohoo! Now I'll be able to find things. Oh, and we get a small storage crate, which is very nice. Next, I need to make 12 wind chimes, and technically, I don't need 10. 12? Did I say 10 the first time? Can't remember. Whatever, we need 12. We will probably need them in the future, so I might as well make 12. Don't give me any, please. Phew, it didn't. And this is the part where I realise I could probably do with a cow farm, and I don't have one. Now, I play a lot of 1.12, but I still completely forgot that leads were a thing, and I was going to use wheat to get my cows back. I'm so dumb. Okay, I have secured myself 4 cows, and 2 of these will turn into buffalo, and I've literally just forgotten what I was looking at. Right, it's drum, wind chime. And then we want to just spam everything for a bit. And I'm running around because of my jingle dress. Eventually it'll be... Oh, Okay, nice lag spike for the Totemic. Hurry up. There we go. Now we have 2 baby buffalo. And they look so silly. It's amusing. I don't know why I bothered even choosing what these are going to be. I was just going to get rid of them anyway. We don't want the wind chimes either. We can just pick them up and move them somewhere else. But now we have 2. They look so stupid. That's so funny. But I will feed the cows. We can feed them wheat to make them grow up faster. We don't really have any wheat particularly. There we go. So we wait for them to grow. We breed them a few times. I killed them a few times because I need buffalo drops and they take a while. Okay, I killed a buffalo and we got everything and we've still got three left. 3 left. So that's actually odd. I didn't think I'd get everything from the first buffalo kill, but we did. Woohoo. A quick trip to the mines, and now we can make ourselves a rattle, another instrument. Oh yeah, that's some good rattling. We need to make this flute better by making it Pan's flute, which is Greek mythology, and this is sort of Native American, so it's a bit confusing, but it's flute, rattle, and then if we put them in like this, then we should be able to play everything at once, and this will be the most efficient way to make this better. Ta-da! Now we have Pan's flute. It makes the same thing, it's just a bit cooler looking, I suppose. And now we need to make eagles. Eagles are made out of parrots, which are spawn in a lot more places, but oh my god, is there a closer jungle? They do spawn in other places, but okay, that's even further. It's just got increased spawn rates in jungles. If we have a close by jungle, or just the jungle hills, then I'd like to do that one. But there appears to not be. Oh god, they're really far. Okay, so we'll go to one of the alternative locations. It says magical forest. I can never find them in the magical forest very easily. Savannah, autumnal woods. Oh, that one's not too far. Let's do that one. The biggest irony in all of this is earlier on, I did see parrots and I thought, you know, I'll never be able to find them when I want them. And you know what? I'm not finding them now I want them. I didn't have any seeds on me though. I was like, oh, I should tame them. But I remembered how many seeds they sometimes take to tame. And I was like, no, I'm sure I'll find them again. But no. Alas, they're eluding me. Please, parrots. There's always, every time I've played this mod pack, I can never find the parrot when I want them. Every single time. Right, well, I sort of know for a fact I'm going to need cocoa beans, so I made the executive decision to go to the jungle because I was not finding any parrots and it was annoying me. So let's just hope now I'm here. I'll take some jungle wood as well to grow my cocoa beans on. Thank you. Let's see if we can actually find a parrot if the spawn rate is being increased. If this is increased spawn rate, I'd love to know what decreased spawn rate is, or like the normal one, because I can never, I hate it. Give me parrots. Parrots! Come here, parrots. You know you want to see me. Hello. I see them. Parrots, my saviors. Hello, parrots. Yay, he befriended me fast. Yay, that was okay. How do I make sure they're following me? Okay, that's sat. You're up. Okay, maybe we can slash home and hopefully they'll come with me. Well, one of them came with me. We'll just have to hope that's enough. Eagle dance is rattle and wind chime, so we'll give this a go. And go. Woohoo! This, okay, I think we'll be fine. And yay, eagle. Oh god, come back. I only want to kill you for your bones. Is that... okay, that's enough for the quest. Okay, it wasn't enough, but I've got my parrot back. I did slash back and it took me back to the jungle, which it technically may be a little bit cheaty, but like, I don't care. Parrot, come here. Okay, I'll make another eagle and we'll kill him again. And then we need 2 feathers, you see, and I've only got 1. Sit down, you silly bird. Sit, please. I don't really like birds. They're a bit scary. Please come down. I don't even like this Minecraft bird, actually. And luckily we got enough from the second guy, and there is our eagle bone whistle, which sounds like this. I think that's my favourite one. Okay, it's time for a boss fight of Baycock. Here's my arena. These are the ideal wind chime placements for this, and this one I always find quite hard to get done, so we'll be fine. And we're going to cheese it by hiding outside and shooting him with my magic boomerang I got as a quest reward. So I think it's whistle, chime, and then lots of clicking. I should have put them together, but they're not. It's fine. Oh, I threw the boomerang. Okay, he's coming. Hide. Okay. We should be fine over here. I will hit him with this, and is he coming? Well, he doesn't seem to have come for some reason, so that's very odd. Right, I moved the totem pole, and that seems to have fixed it. So we're going to hit him as he comes, and then when he's too far away, I'll hit him with the boomerang, and then he'll get closer, and we'll kill him like that. And now it's... okay, it's not quite nighttime. Yeah, so don't put the totem pole in the middle of the place you want to spawn him. That seems to mess it up. Let me throw. Okay, there we go. Apparently he shoots constantly. I've always done this by being in a hole, so it's never really been a big issue. Let me just open this a little bit more. Here we go. See, he's not too bad. Just have to hide him a little bit. And he's nearly dead. Come back. Yay, there you go. He's dead and we got his bow. Woohoo. We did it. And we don't really ever have to do that again. And that's pretty much us done with Totemic. Ta-da! Well, apart from these, but they're not really very useful. And doing that has unlocked 2 more mods for us, Immersive Engineering and Roots. So we're going to start with Immersive Engineering, just because I know it's going to be annoying if we don't. I still haven't moved this over, I really should. We are going to need some coagulated blood. Probably going to need more than I can actually make with the rotten flesh I put in. Because I didn't have that much rotten flesh. I think actually really the best way is probably to kill some zombies. We need a fair amount of this. I found this double zombie spawner earlier. Is it outside? Is he spawned outside? I don't think so. Anyway, I found a double zombie spawner, so we are using it to get me some rotten flesh to cook up into more balls of blood, which is a little annoying, but needs must, I suppose. Okay, got a bit of blood. We are going to make some Baycock's Bloody Stone. This should be plenty, maybe? Probably not. Okay, I need myself an engineer's hammer, which is apparently the trigger for our trophy. Ta-da! And the first thing I've made for Immersive Engineering is a blast furnace and 2 coke ovens, because we need a lot of steel and this always takes a long time, so I thought we'd just have that set up and burning away while I get on with roots. And obviously the placement of these is temporary. I'll just get it coming out of there for now and we'll upgrade this because yeah, I just don't want to make a little building for it quite yet. To start roots, I'm going to make some roots of the fallen with our bow and some wild root, which you can just get from punching grass. The other very important ingredient of roots is moss, which, okay, we can't vein mine it, but that's all right. I will run around. What time is it? Okay, no, it's daytime, I think, for a while. It's an eclipse. That's why it's getting dark all of a sudden. I'm just going to run around right-clicking on this, all these mossy cobblestone bits, which we can find in these magical forests. And this will give us plenty of terra moss. I always find this one the most annoying. There's not a very easy way, at least in the early game that I know of, to automate this stuff. So all the spells that require terra moss I tend to avoid. We're also going to want some bark, which is also very easy to get. You just need to mine a tree with your knife and you get bark. With a bit of steel that I've made in the blast furnace, I'm going to make myself a flint and steel, which is another reason we needed to start with Immersive Engineering so early, because it was essential to that. And why is that not a quest? Because I need 4 steel and I only had 3. That's fine. And to properly start roots, we are also going to need a pyre, which is made like so. And we can't automate it right now because I don't think we can't just keep it lit because we haven't got any netherrack. So we will just check it outside for now. Woohoo, isn't that pretty? I think I can put a chest under it though and it will auto... yes, there's a chest. Auto pull from it, which is very useful when we are doing lots of crafts at once. There we go. We are going to go a bit above and beyond for this one. We want 3 andesite, which will go in here, a terra moss and a spruce bark, and this will give us charred stone, which is this quest name that's stuck in my head. It's Charizard's favourite stone. I've always remembered that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just love Charizard so much. We're going to make 3 stacks of it because it's used for other things and I always got annoyed having to make it, so we're going to make a bunch. And now we have some charred stone. I'm going to make myself an imbuer, which is going to be very useful when we start doing our magic spells. I'm also going to need a mortar and a pestle. There we go, mortar and pestle, and these are fun. We can just put them here and put this in here, and woo, perfect. And to actually learn the spells, we are going to need a grammary of the forest. I think that goes there. Yes. Hopefully, we don't need this ever again, but I'm going to sacrifice our eagle bone whistle thing to make a staff. And I'm also going to want an imposer. Lovely. So now we should have everything somewhat that we need to make our staff have the spells that we want. I need to look and see actually what spells I want, because I found one before that I know is definitely not in the quest book. So yeah, and this is the point at which I remember that we actually need to do some nether stuff. And we just had enough steel, so now we have the quests, which is nice, which means we've unlocked the nether. Again, I will make nice places to put all of this stuff, but this building took me a long time, and I would like to do at least a little bit of progression, even if it's just to be able to get the root spell Sky Soarer, to be quite honest. So we're not going to really put this anywhere particular, this portal, just somewhere a bit out of the way so I can't hear it, and oh dear, there's a tree in the way. We'll just build into the tree. No harm done. Again, we're going to move this later. We will set up a proper nice base, but there's some stuff I just want before we do more building. Basically, I want an episode 1 before we finish. Start building again. I don't want to build 2 big things in one episode because it takes a lot of my time and not a lot of your time. And really, I want to take a lot of your time and not a lot of my time. I'm cooking steak. Plenty of steak, plenty of food, delicious. I've got some donuts as well, which are a bit better, not saturation wise. Do I want more torches? Quite possibly. Pet owl. Don't mind if I do. Right, this is scary. Let's hope we don't die. And here we are in the nether, and we already found some ardite, which is very nice, thank you, and some diamond. Oh, and a monster. Oh dear. Well, we're doing well so far. Let's hope I don't die. This is my least favourite thing in the whole pack. It is poisonous eggplants. I hate them. They're everywhere, and if you step on them, you get poisoned. Do I need you? Yes, I'm pretty sure I need these. Oh, okay. Basically, what we're going to do is grab everything that we have in the quest book, because they're all needed for root spells, which I personally think is a very cool way to do it. A little annoying that you have to do all the nethery stuff, but I think it's a really nice way to do things, to be quite honest. And that means I can also get some cobalt, which will let me upgrade my pickaxe to cobalt, which is the best tier that we want right now. Hopefully the pigmen don't get too angry when I steal their ores. That sounded like an angry pigman noise. I think they've changed from Natura to Natura Legacy. I do not remember the ghostwood trees looking like this the last time I played, which was about a year ago. They look way nicer than they used to, I'm pretty sure. Now, usually there's one of 2 things I find last. Maybe 3 things. But here are magma flower seeds, which is one of the ones I normally have on my last list. So that's good at the very least. I need an eye. Okay, good, I got it. Is that enough? No, evidently not. I'll get some more eyes then. Oh, oh no, where did it go? Oh no, it disappeared. That's so annoying. There was a nether reed, which was one of my other ones, which I can never find until the end. Turns out we're probably not going to find it to the end again this time, because it just disappeared into the void. Oh, that's so annoying. It probably fell on the magma block. Aha! Nether reed. Is there only one? Okay, well, I think we can, if you've got one, we can at least grow some more. And here's the other one I can never find, bone spores. Woohoo, how did I get enough? 10. Okay, so now I just need a few more nether reeds and thorn vines, which I think I can normally find earlier than this, but we've got most of what we want, I think. I'm also going to steal some stairs and, oh yeah, forged cincernite blocks. They're useful. Oh, is this another one? Oh yeah, we want some forged cincernite. The stairs turn into it. It is good, and it's a quest, and that's the easiest way to get it. I'm still looking for thorn vines and trying not to get poisoned. And I found the respawner statue, which I normally could never find ever. I normally just ignore that one. Yay, and more forged cincernite. Thorn vines. Why are you being difficult this time? Right, I've given up on the thorn vines for now. I'm just going to chuck everything into a random chest. But I think we got everything else that's actually genuinely useful. Don't quote me on that, mind you, but we got a bunch of stuff anyway. It all looks like rubbish. At least it is kind of useful if they're going to bloat the nether out, you know? Now, before we can actually make any spells, we are going to need some plants. The first one being Jugonia, which is made like so. Fun fact, this mortar and pestle is very good for making things like sugar because you can get much more out of it than if you just did it normally. I've just been to the forest to collect myself some flowers, and we are going to turn these into petals. These are just useful, to be quite honest, for making spells, for doing other things. That thing only works in the offhand if you fill it up. 54 petals, that should do us fine. I've got a carapace, that's for later. And these 5 things. Is it on the pyre? It is on the pyre. We are going to take these things, we are going to chuck them on the pyre like so, and I'm going to light it up, and this should get us our Jugonia, which is great, apart from the fact I forgot that you need the special root dirt to plant it on. So we're going to have to do that as well. That is requiring grove activation, which we should be able to do. I think we may need another buffalo tooth, though. And now we can make ourselves a grove ritual stone. I've also just upgraded my tools to cobalt and manulin because I wanted to. And I find it easier to get cobalt than I do alumite. Maybe it should be aluminite. Illuminite. That sounds better anyway. To actually be able to do roots, things, rituals, fey crafting, blah, 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 we need to activate this ritual stone with some simple things, a mix of totemic and root stuff. And by setting the pyre alight, this should eventually turn into an active grove stone. Ta-da! It's active. And normally it would plant flowers everywhere, but they've turned that off so that we don't get lag. Isn't that nice? And now I can make myself a fey crafter, which will allow me to craft things like the dirt in the future. And I've just realised I probably don't actually now have enough amethyst to be able to make all the spells I want, because I'm pretty sure all the good ones take a block of amethyst to be able to make. I think I've only... And I was like, oh, I'll mine so much amethyst, and then most of it's already been used. We have 22 left, so that's like, what? 2 spells. I think we'll have to go mining again. But we need to make elemental soil, which also means we need some gravel, some dirt, some bone blocks, some more petals, and some terra moss, which should be fine. I'll probably have to go get some more petals as well. So maybe a little bit of mining for me, possibly. Okay, so I've been out collecting. I got some bone blocks from the Nether, lots of dirt, and this should give us absolutely tons of elemental soil, which is the quest. We are going to have to turn it into different types of soil. So I can't remember actually which one we want. Oh, we want aqueous soil. So that's one of the aqueous ones. We need to be above Y level 90 for another one. I think air soil. Oh, it fell. I can go pick it up, but there we go. This one increases the rate that plants grow at. And we can actually achieve 2 down here. We want that one, which I think automatically cooks things, which is stupid. And 1 below Y level 30, which is Terran, which increases the yield. We want the water one. And for now, we are going to just put them here. Why? Not sure, but I think when it grows, it should harvest directly into a drawer underneath. There are 9 roots. Flowers, so that's why there's 9 drawers. And next flower on the agenda is Pereskia, which is Jugonia, lilac, beetroot, gristling melon, and magenta. Oh, and this, I forgot, some of them are seeds and flowers. Pereskia needs to become a bulb, so we need actually a different type of drawer over there. 2 more easy ones, the baffle cap, which is some of the mushrooms we found in the Nether, some normal mushrooms, and a Pereskia. And I think this one we have to only ever grow by hand. I think it needs to be dark. I'm not sure. And the other one is the cloudberry, which is Jugonia and some leaves and stuff. There we go. And I think Cloudberry is my favourite. If I had to pick, don't know why, I just like it. Let's hope I don't get killed while I'm down here, but you should be able to get some baffle caps. 3? Okay, that's enough for the quest. I'll do it one more time. I think this is right, but if we give a redstone signal to the soil, it should make the stuff grow faster. I think I tested it on the bottom half and the top half. It definitely seems faster on the top half, so we're doing that. I'll probably put a sound muffler there at some point because it's loud. Our next one is Moonglow Leaf, which is made of nether reeds and birch bark and a bit of cloudberry. And we also want to do the infernal bulb, which is some lavary, nethery stuff. Oh, we get the bucket back. That's very kind of it. There we go, 1 moon leaf, and this should be our infernal bulb in... There we go. I'll go plant them. A couple of them are a little bit different. We are going to need some rune stone, which I've put on completely wrong. I don't know what I was playing at. There we go. It's one of those and 3 of those, and I meant to put the rest of them in the chest so we can make 9. And oh, I don't think it's a pyre recipe. It must be a fey crafting recipe. Oh, it is a fey crafting recipe. That's my mistake. I just always assume it's pyre crafting for the stones. There we go, some rune stone. And that is a recipe for the runic shears. Ta-da! And we can get a few things out of this. One is we can have wild wheat by right-clicking on wheat, which apparently... Oh, we need the seeds. Ta-da! 3 wild wheat seeds. We can do it on beetroot as well to get spirit herbs. There we go. And if we do it on cows, where are my cows? Hello, cows. They will gift me with some fey... Does it work on buffaloes? No. They give me fey leather, which is very kind. Thank you, guys. That's probably plenty, really. Now we need to do a special ritual, which will grow this wild root into a tree. And that takes some wild root, some jugonia, some dark oak bark, and we should be able to set this on fire. And once this... Okay, it takes a minute. Once this is done, this should grow into a tree. I can't say wild fruit. I find it very hard. There we go. 20, and it doesn't drop saplings. It just drops wild root, but we can always do the ritual again if we need more. I don't think we will. And now we've got that, we can make our final plant, the stalacrape. I am finding everything very difficult to say today. And there we go. We should be crafting it. And we should just be able to plant this here. And we have all the roots crops. Perfect. Actually, I want the quest. So let me just bone meal this until we have enough. Yay. 3. Perfect. To be able to use our components for spells, we are going to want a herb pouch to store them in, and we're not going to just settle for the normal herb pouch. I'm going to upgrade it fully. And to do that, I need to find a chicken or a bird of some description. You can shear wolves for bones. I didn't know that, which is cool, but also kind of horrible. I spent ages looking for a chicken. You can shear my pet owl, and he will give you a feather. That sucks. Ah, that's so stupid. Whatever, here's our fey pouch, the component pouch, and the apothecary pouch, which is the biggest one. I think it also has some, like, normal storage in it as well, which is quite nice. Okay, it is time to make some spells. So I'm going to make 4, I think. So this is augment. Next up, we have Fey Light, one of my favourites. Then we have Radiance, another one of my favourites. And Sky Soarer, which is obviously just sort of completely and utterly essential, to be honest. And these will go on the granary, and they will cook up a little bit and will be good. Now, we can edit these spells so they can be a little better by right-clicking and, oh yes, we need to... Which button is it? Can't remember. It was Shift and O, but there we go. Now we have our spells, and I can choose augments for them. Sky Soarer has a lot of good ones, so I like having a slow fall effect. I don't want that one. We would like the wild root. We like momentum. Another bit of time boost would be good, and fall damage being prevented would be good. So there we go. That's that augmented, so it's better. And that's basically the same for all of the spells. Feylight doesn't do that much in terms of augments. We just get to choose a colour for it. So I'm thinking purple. Purple? Yeah, let's go for purple. Lovely. Radiance is really good for modifiers. We get withering, fire, they glow, the rays wider, I get XP and drops teleported to me, and they get slowed. It's like amazing. Augment, however, only works with modifiers. We think we just choose one of them and it does stuff. I think the best one is definitely the corporeal slate. Yes, that one basically just means state, not slate. That one basically just gives you spectator mode. You don't move anywhere in it, so like, let me try. I pick it up and augment. Yeah, so we've got spectator mode and I can sort of look around, but when it ends, I will not be in this location, for example. I'll be back at my house, like so. And just to show the other ones off, that's Fey Light. It makes a little orb that emits light, so we don't ever need to make torches anymore. We have radiance, which shoots a beam and will kill mobs, and we have sky soar, which is obviously the best one. We can fly, and it will just make traversing literally everywhere way easier. Woohoo! I do like the slow fall at the end. I think it's nice. I would like to make the roots armor, but it all requires a full set of steel armor, and right now we don't really have very much steel, so I would like to not waste it on making armor yet, I don't think. How much steel do we have? 34. It's very, very slow. It's been on like the whole time pretty much, and that's as much as we've made. And just to finish roots off for now, we will come back to it. There's other nice things that I would like when we have a bit more steel, but this should be the main goal of the chapter, the artificial scarab wings. And with that, that's pretty much the main bit of roots done. There's a few little bits here and there that we still need to do, but apart from that, it's done. And I think that's a good place to end episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very excited to start my divine journey. Hopefully I'll speed up the episode making a bit. This has taken me quite a while to make, mainly because I could do it so efficiently I could cut a bunch of it out, basically. But it's all good. I've had a lot of fun. I like the house that we've made, or that I've made. I don't think you made it. I made it. And I hope you like it too. Much more building to be going on with this series. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.